I was talking to the T-Mobile person about what it's like to have a separation in terms of like when you give your kids away in marriage, pretty much our kids aren't getting married right now, but just in time, it's kind of the thing where, the closest thing we're doing right now, our kids are going to be going away for about 9 weeks, going to a camp, all right? And this is going to be the longest time we've actually had a separation from them, and most people automatically want to say it's going to be okay, it's going to be fine. But most people, for example, they would say this, and they're trying to make sense of it because they didn't themselves. They have been through something like that, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks or something, but this is 9 weeks. So this is my two oldest kids are going to be going there. So my wife and I were just kind of talking about how this thing works out, and how like when you have like a marriage, right? It's kind of like a situation where it's like a birth of a new family, but it's kind of like, I don't think it's a death, but it's kind of like a separation. So a separation of any kind is kind of like a death, where it's like, you're going to be giving your children away to a stranger, and you're hoping that everything you taught them up to that point was going to be irrelevant, and it's going to be one of those things where they take it with them. And so you can only do so much at that point. You're just hoping that everything you taught them. So I think about like all the people who have their kids like in a public school and things like that, and how your time is kind of spent less with them, and you have being taught by strangers on a regular basis. We have this thing where we are teaching our kids, been homeschooling them, right, for a number of years, and so now this is the first time, and so there's a lot of emotions that are going through it. So this is like on a personal level, it's one of those things where I know it's all going to be fine by the grace of God, but they're going to come back different. After 9 weeks of going away, they're going to be different people. They're going to come back with new relationships, new friendships, new struggles, new trials. And as they do that, it's one of those things where we're going to meet a new person when they come back, and hopefully a new person for the good, not necessarily a person for the bad. But even God's able to work all things out for good to and make things work out. It's just that one of those things when you're looking at this. I was talking to my coworkers about this, about how the anxiety level for a parent is that you spend so much time with your child, and spending time with them to become what they are. It's like, people always talk about, don't spoil your kids and things like that, or the kid is too spoiled because they're so attached to mom and dad. But you really, honestly, who else should they be attached to? They should be attached to this world, and who else loves them more than your mom and dad, Mom and dad, if you really love your kids, and God loves them more, and you leave them in the hands of God, you trust that God's going to work them out. Like everything that's going to happen in my life and my wife's life, we've gone through so many things where, we're just asking God to direct us and to lead us. But for the most part, though, it's one of those things where now it's our kids' turn to go and face the dragons of this world, the monsters, as well as the good stuff. So when we're faced with this, the thoughts are right. I know God will take care of them. I know it's going to be all right. But this is the first time we're going to have like 9 weeks where our oldest two are going to be on their own. And they're going to be away, out of reach, experiencing new things, out of our control, and we have to trust the Lord for everything. So that's what I'm going through right now. So keep us in prayer. All right, thanks.